We also want to do healings for the mouth and teeth, for everybody has concerns in that area, who requires some support, because mouth and teeth area is where we start physically to process our relationship with the environment, right? Like when you have an apple, a beautiful flower, edible flower, and it's a wholeness in itself, but if it's edible, it goes in, and that's the mouth is the first place that the body interacts with that element that's going to become itself, right? The body's going to take that food and it's going to make it into its own self. So that first level of interaction in the mouth area, what I'm seeing is that initial clearing that we had earlier that affected inflammation, that initial energy that came from the source of creation, I believe, is filling up in the mouth, throat, neck area in a larger capacity than before to support a rebalancing of the microbiome of the mouth, throat area, and the teeth and the gums, and thank you, the tongue, thank you. And thank you. To eliminate those denser, their emotions get stuck. Because, if the being is very, very spiritually oriented, particularly, there can almost be a feeling of, but I don't want to interact with the relative, or for some people, there's a long, long history of the soul of interactions with the relative carrying a little bit of a sting to them. And that, of course, naturally happens because all interactions with the relative involve the order and chaos together, right? And hopefully, if you're balanced, they involve the order and chaos in a balanced way so that you succeed, so that you progress forward, so that immortality emerges from the interaction. But if it's not perfectly balanced, and all of us have some history of being in situations and circumstances where we were unable to find our balance point, or we didn't know that that's what we were supposed to do. And so in that condition, ended up getting stung a little bit, getting hurt a little bit. So there's some memory. It's clearing old memory patterns in the mouth and teeth and gums, tongue, throat. Even in the patterns by which we lovingly honor and accept the microbiome in the mouth, the pH balance in the mouth. That Hriddya Marma flow that has been established in the heart area is part of the energy structure which is coming up through the throat and then up into the mouth area to create balance for the physiology. And I'm seeing people also eyes and ears too. We're getting some balance in the ears. There's a lot of forgiveness going into the ears. I think what happens is that, again, it's that little sting that comes with the out of balance condition. And then the things that one hears or sees somehow is not completely comfortable. Even the experiences of the past that were uncomfortable, that left impressions. Right now, impressions are clearing from eyes, ears, mouth, nose, this head area. The impressions of the past, the actual events of the past don't really change, except that they exist in different conditions in different virtual pasts. What is being balanced is one's positioning, one's self-positioning at the time that the impression was incurred, the time that the experience came in. That's where the balancing is coming. And this, again, has to do with that opening, and it's causing a greater opening of the relationship of the individual with the web of life and the synchronicity. Remember, it went down to the ancestors to help them understand the nature of their life lessons. So now this is happening for us as individuals in the context of a very, very long history of human experience. As we do this, we're healing ourselves now, right? But we're also healing the history of humanity. We heal our ancestors, we heal our past, our distant past life experiences. And it's energy healing was not understood then the way it is now. In some tribal traditions, there have been shamans and individuals who understood energy healing in various forms, but a lot of humanity didn't know it. And so there are imbalances sitting in the collective consciousness that have been there for centuries. And what we're really doing in this healing right now is we're going back and we're working with those points in the history where individuals had gotten off their balance, and as a result, taking actions and analyzing and synthesizing their experience in terms of pain instead of in terms of pieces of wholeness, instead of analyzing it in terms of a structure whose potential is godly. I'm seeing layers and layers and layers and layers of different experiences flashing by like really fast movies or something. And there are patterns in them. Remember I was talking about the little balls with the patterns, right? And so there are patterns in them. There are patterns in them, and the patterns communicate to the mother of the universe specific forms of understanding of self. And every time a pattern occurs, every time, like this example, there's this example. In the office, there was somebody who got fired, basically. And that person left with all sorts of hard feelings. But even after they were gone, those who remain in the office feel the loss of that person. And as a response to the feeling of the loss, they analyze what exactly happened, and perhaps how could I have done something differently so that that situation didn't occur in a way that left such hard feelings. Does that make sense? The same happens if somebody dies in a tragic way, right? And that would be a more extreme example, a child or somebody. We don't want that to happen. But the point being that, everybody looks at that situation and they analyze. And the person who's gone, they're gone, man. They graduated, they liberated, they're on to their next flow, and life is good, or death is good. Whatever, wherever they're going, it's good, right? But everybody who's left behind has to think about that, like what exactly happened, and if there was something that I can change in myself now so that we don't have a replay of that particular drama, right? So as we're looking across this really vast adjustment that's being made through the centuries and centuries of humanity, and going into shift a lot of little spots in the memory banks and the impressions of humanity to allow and support people to find their balance point. Because from the point of balance, one is able to step back as the silent witness of the situation and bring in the antidote, bring in the coordinating energies that support the creation, and I would say bringing to the surface the manifestation of wholeness. It was a very big, okay, this is me doing the breakdown, the analysis. That was a very big healing. Okay, it was a very big healing that went across. Now I could count hundreds, thousands, tens of thousands, hundreds of thousands, millions, tens of millions, hundreds of millions, tens of millions, tens of millions, hundreds, no, tens of millions, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70. About between 60 and 70 million people were involved in that healing. So I have to say that I was trying to navigate it with my words, right? So I was navigating, it was kind of like a really big ship that had like different parts that were sometimes moving in different directions. So it was a little bit, it had me on the edge of my seat, figuring out how can I use English to sufficiently honor that which is happening right now. And I think to sum it up in a word, that if we look through the annals of history and the great balancing that our amazingly powerful healing group was able to produce and create for these long past, still wounded feelings in the history of humanity, it boiled down to the soul of creation understanding itself in terms of patterns of behavior and experience, patterns of feeling, so that with every experience that was challenging or difficult, there was always a period of regrowth and rebuttal and I should not rebuttal, but like regrowth and renewal and regeneration that brought everyone in the collective up to a higher level. So this is for those individuals out there who went through something that was really drastic or very difficult, that going through this drastic, difficult situation is your personal offering to the collective, so that the collective positions itself in that point of dedication to the evolution of everyone. So that people as a group and us as a group also dedicate ourselves to the collective evolution of everyone. That right there explains really a lot of things that have happened in the past that were unexplainable and not just confounding, but tragically upsetting. So this is being offered by our collective to the web of life and to the lineage of ancestors and to the great collective of humanity, to explain all those points that have been hitherto unexplainable and so painful. They have such a bite or a sting with them that people have difficulty going in and even explaining why it would have happened. It's too hard to even look at it. I'm letting that fall back into the field of my own silence. It's as if there was a great big puzzle of uncertainty through the field of humanity, and we were able to place in our collective at least one really solid piece that connects to many, 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 many points in the collective. I feel an incredible tenderness in the collective of our world right now, that somehow bringing this thing in and showing it from all these different perspectives, it's created a kind of a delicate feeling in the family of humanity. It's a delicacy that was not present previously. And this delicacy is intimately connected to refinement of perception and refinement of the heart and refinement of understanding. It's being received by the collective as a very subtle, tender move in the direction of divine embodiment, in the direction of living one's full potential. As I've mentioned in previous webinars, there is the sannyasi path and the householder path, and the sannyasi path is a path of renunciation. I'm just going to be in totality and wholeness by letting go of everything. And the householder path is a path of refinement, and that we find our way to the source of creation and to the embodiment of totality through ever increasing purification and delicacy of impulses of self as they manifest from the source of creation through to the physiology. All right.